Steve, thanks for joining us here on BBC Radio Scotland.
It's a pleasure.
People will know you from your time with the Beta Band. How is Black Affair different for you as an artist?
Well, there's less people involved. There's just one of me. But I have two friends helping me out when I do go out live, and they're with me in the studio now. They're called Jacob and Joseph.
Hello, Jacob and Joseph, down there in the studio.
And they DJ under the name The Black Fairies. You should check their MySpace, it's quite good.
Will fans of the Beta Band, will they automatically like Black Affair, do you think?
I think they'll probably automatically hate it, I would imagine. It's, I tried to go to really much more pop type of thing. You know, elements, everything I've done in the past has had elements of electronic music in it, but I've never made a purely electronic record. And also, just a bit more of a dance element, which was quite important to me since we're in these last days of Pompeii type of thing. And, dance while you still can.
Music for the end of an era, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, I think so. Let's party like it's 1929. Could I just say that it was a bit of a lie about the backing band. The two really good friends of mine, Danny and Jamie, who are the C90s and they're DJs from London.
It sounds like an album that tells the story of a relationship. How autobiographical is it, or am I touching a nerve there?
It's completely autobiographical. Every song that I ever write is autobiographical. There's nobody more interesting than me, so I tend to write about myself. But yeah, it is pretty much the rise and fall of a relationship. Yeah, you're right.
When you listen to the other guys from the Beta Band who are doing stuff now as the Aliens, this is a very different sound to what they're doing. Was this always the kind of music you wanted to be making?
No, I always wanted to make music that was different from kind of what I'd done before, which is kind of what I did in the Beta Band, why most of the stuff, in the Beta Band was always kind of different. And why, the King Biscuit Time stuff was a little bit different from that, but I felt it wasn't really different enough, which is kind of why I wanted to knock that on the head. And I'm an artist, I'm not really a musician, I'm just more of an artist really, and I think to make great art you've got to keep pushing forward and stretch yourself and always be trying to use your imagination and never kind of sit back down in the kind of cavern of prog rock with a big cigar and, fur slippers. That's not my style. I'd much prefer to be, in a sauna with a pair of Speedos on.
That's a lovely image you paint.
Isn't it?
See, we've been talking a bit about the past. In terms of the future in your music, where do you ideally go from here?
Probably job centre.
I wouldn't say that's the ideal.
Nah. What I'm going to do now is go back into the laboratory and create some more music. And then I'm going to get my stroll on and go out on tour next year and smack the festivals like a bad dog.
You've been doing a bit of remixing as well for the likes of Massive Attack, the Go Team and Paul Weather. Is that something you'd like to do more of? Yeah,
I'm definitely up for doing anything. I did one recently for The Whip. So yeah, any kind of remixing or production work, I'm really open right now for any offers.
We'll see if those come flooding in. You can text us on 80295 if you want to employ Steve Mason right now. Before you go, if people want more Black Affair, where do they go and what do they do?
Good question. The best place is MySpace, which is www.myspace.com/Black Affair. Beats as well on the Steve Mason Production MySpace, so you can make your own sex music. But don't send it back to me. I don't want to hear it. I'm just a provider in that capacity. But thank you very much for having us. It's been a pleasure. No. Thanks for all the tea.
We hope you've been well looked after down there.
Very
Thanks to
so.
Steve Mason and the other guys from Black Affair.